Please help me welcome Gotham Award winner, Taylor Russell. Hi. You having fun?
Thank you.
Good. Congratulations on your breakthrough award from the Gotham Awards. That was one of the happiest moments of the whole season for me when I had heard that you had won that award.
Thank you.
You were filming another movie in South Africa on the night of the Gotham Awards. What was it like for you to find out that you had gotten it, and how did you find out you had won?
Well, I went to bed before it was announced at the beginning of the ceremony. I was on FaceTime with Kelvin, and he was walking in, and I was like, I'm going to bed. So I went to bed, and I woke up at 4 a.m. to Christine calling me, my publicist, and Kelvin FaceTiming me, and everybody screaming at the table, and I was like half naked, and the head of A24 was right there, and it was just like, okay, well, I guess this is a weird situation, but yeah, it kind of felt like surreal, and because I haven't been here for a lot of it, it doesn't feel real necessarily, so it's like, it's really special to be here celebrating it.
So what I've read is that you had to be a little sneaky to kind of get an upper hand on getting this part in Waves, and you got your hands on the script without kind of people in your official team knowing about it.
Yeah.
What exactly happened here?
Well, it was really Kelvin. It wasn't me. It was he.
Who plays your brother in the movie?
Yes, Kelvin Harrison Jr., who's so great.
Amazing.
He's so great. He was in Loose this year also, which is such a great film. He had gotten the part already, and so we were on FaceTime and with our mutual friend, and he said, you know, you look like you could play my sister, and I was like, whatever. And then I got an audition that night, but I only had the sides. I didn't get the full script. So I kind of coerced him into giving it to me without anybody knowing. And he did. And he got it, and I got it. And I was like, wow, I really got to get this now. I got to get this role. So yeah, I'm very grateful that he leaked it.
Did you fess up to Trey, the writer and director, that you had resorted to subterfuge once you were on the set?
He
What
knew.
Did he say?
He knew. He didn't care. Yeah, he wasn't the person who cared. I think everybody else was like, be secret about it. But he was fine. He's very chill.
What was your way into this character? I mean, I don't want to say too much about this movie for people who haven't seen it, except please see it. But those of you who've seen it are going to know what I'm talking about. But something happens with her family and her life. She goes through something very traumatic and comes out the other side in a very hopeful way. But it's rough to see her go through this. What was your way into her and the trauma that she goes through?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot in my life that I think prepared me for this role. I have two brothers. That connection is really important to me, and I know what it feels like, with my older brother especially, I know what it feels like to really like love somebody but not like them. All the time, not every day. I mean, I like them a lot of the time, but sometimes, you really don't like your siblings. Yeah. So, yeah. But I'm saying that just because I knew what that relationship was like with a brother, and so I had that, and I felt that with Kelvin right away. And when I got the character and I was kind of doing work on it, she was just so sensitive, and much more sensitive than me in so many ways. And so I really had the opportunity to be like, okay, how can I be as gentle and as slow and as patient, and as how can I listen? Like, how can I really listen to everybody around me and observe and just be as open and present as I possibly can be? So I asked for baby photos from my cast. That was really instrumental in my process, because I didn't have a lot of time to prep with them, so I was able to like love them in a different way. And
was everybody responsive to that when you said, I'd like a baby photo of you?
Sterling was like, why? He was really freaked out by it. maybe that's a weird thing to ask somebody for.
Love it.
Yeah, but everybody else was like, whatever, take it. I think that people are happy to share photos of themselves as children, is what I learned from most people. But it did make me like love them more. So you should try it.
It's endearing to see the kiddie pictures. I got to meet all of you guys, the cast, and Trey, the director of this movie, at the Telluride Festival, and we did a couple of chats, and I could tell instantly it didn't seem manufactured at all, that you guys have a strong bond. There's something that you all went through with this experience of making waves that changed you. How would you describe the bond that you feel with the people that you made this with?
It sounds so like, I don't know. I don't know what it sounds like to say this actually, but it feels like we all have a connection that's been longer than we've known each other for, I suppose. And with everybody, with Alexa, Lucas, Kelvin, all of us, there's just a bond between us that's kind of, I can't really explain it. And so that made it really special because it felt like I had known them for a very long time. And we were also in Florida. We were secluded from our families, from our friends, and it felt like we were the only people that really existed there during that time. And the whole crew was very young. Everybody was very young, and we were all listening to music, and we would hang out all the time and drink beers and listen to Kanye West and just kind of do nothing important. But because it wasn't important, it was, right? If that makes sense. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it all resulted in a powerful film and one that is definitely one of my favorites of the year. And I hope that you all get a chance to see Waves in any way, maybe when it comes on streaming. So thank you so much. Taylor Russell, everybody.
Thank you.